Shana Tova, friends. It has been Rosh Hashanah. I know I said I was going to be here last night, but I was exhausted. I revealed too much light for this little vessel and had I don't know, like not a short circuit, but I was so tired after like the ritualing. And the rituals are like 12 hours or so. I mean, it's like all day, and you're like scanning the Hebrew and trying to sing in Arabic and follow along and also read the English translation, and it's like really, really fast. And you're just like pretty much tongue-tied trying to say these words that you're trying to read, but it's like reversed order because you're like trying to read like in Hebrew, but it goes from right to left instead of left to right. So you're trying to read in English, like English from left to right, but sentences going from right to left. And so it's like really tiring. And then you're dancing, and then sometimes you're sitting and you're like really focused, and then sometimes you're meditating, and then sometimes you're crying, and sometimes you're like jumping up and down, and sometimes you're getting on the ground and like kneeling down. And so it was really, really active and really exciting and really transformative. Like I felt things happening on multiple levels of energy, of physicality, of the thought realm. Like I felt like chakral unblockings happening, like on an energetic level. I felt emotional healing happen. I felt like I was holding space for some other people. In fact, I was including everyone in my, village, so to speak, of my tribe, including all of my, all of you guys, all of my subscribers and readers and viewers, and just bringing the light in for all of us and sharing that blessing, trying to share it with everyone. And that's what everybody that was involved in this gathering that the Kabbalah Center was doing. And in fact, at one moment we all like held our phones and were just consciously including everyone that phone represented in our life that we have a contact for. And think about all the people that touch those people, right? All the people that you can, that your energy can touch and make a difference too. So that was super fun. There was some really good takeaways and insights that I got throughout the days. And I think what I'm going to do is this weekend for our Secret Sermons segment on Saturday night, I think I'm going to do a part 2 of the glass and ceramic vessels, because our message for Monday, which I didn't get to do a video on because I couldn't stay awake. One of the cards was vessel. It was crazy. It was all about preparing the vessel. And so I think I'm going to do a recap talking about that reading, in regards to like the whole message leading us up to Rosh Hashanah and the process of, preparing the vessel and cleansing the vessel and inviting the light into the vessel over Rosh Hashanah. So I think that's what I'm going to talk about that Saturday night. I thought about doing like a big catch up thing tonight where I did like the weekly oracle forecast that we missed, and, our other segments like Monday's anchor message. But I just decided, no, I'm just going to catch up tonight with Totally Tuesday. And it was so hilarious because most of Rosh Hashanah was literally like the theme was about like dream bigger. Like we've been having that message for weeks now. So it's like you guys, we are so righteous, so wise, so ahead of the game. We are like Zedekim. Okay, what is our first card? We are here for our Oracle Manifestation reading for the week. Morning affirmations. Oh my God, are we going to have the same reading that we always have? Apparently every day that we wake up, we need to use our voice and our words to speak affirmations aloud. In fact, the last new moon cycle, I had a very clear affirmation that I had chosen, and I was just saying it out loud often. And actually that goal that was tied to that affirmation came to pass. So not for nothing. Use your words, say your affirmations in the morning. focus something on, like, say something about being grateful, like declare your gratitude for something in your life, maybe even to prime your energy into getting in these affirmations as maybe part of your affirmations. Because when you start thinking about things that you're really grateful for, like genuinely, I mean, it can be things like, ooh, sometimes I'm just so grateful when I get into bed and I find like a really comfortable position and I'm like, oh, everything is so comfortable right now. I'm so grateful for my bed. I'm so grateful for this chance to like lay down and be able to like enjoy my sleep and my rest. You know, it's funny because shows like, my hair looks like shit because I took a bath earlier and it got wet. You know, like shows that like taught me weird lessons that were actually kind of insightful. One of them was The Walking Dead. Like, I think about that show all the time and I just think, oh my God, I'm so grateful for like being able to do my laundry and like going to bed without having like zombies like busting down the door and like being, you know, on the run. Like, thank God, right? So even just something silly and stupid, you know, if you like had like a really great cup of coffee the other day and it was like particularly good, like even if you're just grateful for that, like even that puts you in a state of abundance, of joy, of gratitude, of feeling good, right? You want to feel good. God wants you to feel good. You can't really serve anyone by being miserable. And so it is to your benefit, you know, and there's actually spiritual and heavenly help behind you to try to support you in every way that it can to help you feel good. And so one of the things that you can do to take that step in the 3D is just say out loud how you want to feel every day, right? Declare your core desired feelings. One of the things that I have been most obsessed with in my life was Danielle Laporte's. She's like this designer and writer. She had these day planners, and every day you would write out your core desired feelings. And I remember that was such a poignant practice for me because it really did invite those feelings into your day just by writing them out. And then you catch yourself in moments where you're like, oh, you know, am I really in alignment with my core desired feelings right now? And you can kind of adjust. It's amazing how powerfully effective that practice is, right? So these are some of the ways you can incorporate into your like morning affirmations. Otherwise, maybe just have a statement, you know, touch base with your higher self and say, hey, you know, what do you think that we should say every morning to set ourselves up for our greatest experience of the day? You know, to be most of service, to be the best channel for the light, to have the most fulfillment, the most joy, to have the most inner peace, you know, to be able to connect more fully with the people that we care about. Like, what can we do to get out of our own way? What can we declare? What is some simple, very clear statement that we can have to remind us that will shift us back into that feeling of empowered gratitude and a feeling of sovereignty and ownership and authority over your life and over who you are requiring yourself to show up on a daily basis to be. Ooh, yay! Feeling it. Okay, what's next? I'm like dropping everything, but it was this card. Accept heaven's help. Heaven is trying to help us, right? And all we have to do is get out of our own way. Right now, over the last 3 days, even if you haven't been fully aware of it, I have been making you aware of it because I've been mentioning it in every video. So even at some point in the back of your mind, you knew in your subconscious that Sunday night, Monday, and Tuesday were Yom Kippur. So some part of your soul was triggered and connected to that. And I was interceding for all of you in these rituals, right? So you have a chance to connect with that light that has been revealed over the last couple of days and really ground it and accept the help that heaven is trying to give you. What is happening is we have been given like a brand new soul over the past couple of days, right? And if we can make it through the next 8 days until Yom Kippur without having any big upsets or short circuits or blowing a fuse, like if you can overcome those patterns that plague you the most, if you like, there will be tests over the next 8 days, but if you can maintain a higher connection than you have up until now, like if you can do your best to transcend who you have been so far, then you are letting the foundation set for the new person that you are learning to become, right? So we're beginning this brand new cycle with a new soul, but like we're also feeling more ready than we ever have to surrender to the will of the higher self, because we're starting to see that is the way that we're going to get the most bang for our buck, so to speak, in this life. That's the way that the most harmony, the most inner peace, the most joy, the most goodness will be fulfilled in our life. It's the way that we get out of our own way and really live in a state of heaven on earth. And so heaven wants to help us do that. There's all this energy and angelic support helping us do that, trying to hold us up as we learn how to walk in this new self, right? But we are delicate. We have that soft spot like newborn babies. And so our consciousness is vulnerable right now to outer threats. So just be aware, be gentle with yourself over the next few days. Be mindful to observe familiar situations coming up and watch yourself have the urge to react the same way you usually do. Pause yourself, see that happening, and then say, okay, higher self, what do we want to do now? How do we want to show up this time? Because if you're saying that you want a deeper, more fulfilling experience of life, but you're not showing up in a deeper, more fulfilling way, like, then your actions aren't in alignment with what your values are or what you're calling in. Something that was very positive happened for me through the last couple of days. I was able to get peace about a situation that I wasn't quite sure what was happening, and there was like separation there and conflict. And it's funny too, because you know how we've had the bad advice card come up like for months, and I was like, I've been struggling with this too, guys. It all cleared up it all happened during Rosh Hashanah. There was clarity, and I was able to get insight into what was going on, and it wasn't what I thought. And I knew that the situation wasn't as it seemed, but I couldn't figure out if I was hoping that it was what I thought it was, or that I feared that it was another, you know what I mean? Like I couldn't see through the illusion of like my hopes and fears, right? And so it actually was able to clear itself up because it presented itself to me, and I had a choice. I could have reacted with my defense mechanisms up and tried to follow the traditional advice and put on airs and like try to do something a certain way to get a certain reaction, right? And that would have been going along with traditional advice, but that would have been the bad advice. So I went against traditional advice, and I decided to choose the spiritual advice because I had to, because it was during Rosh Hashanah. So I knew that I couldn't short circuit and screw myself over for the whole year to come. I knew I had to, like, in that moment, I didn't have any choice. I had to take the spiritual action, or I chose to. I didn't have to, but like, it wasn't like if it had happened during another window in time on another day, not during Rosh Hashanah, I may not have responded the way I did. So thank God for heaven's help, because I met heaven halfway, and I made the effort and I did my part to open my heart and be honest and love myself first, but also be compassionate towards the other. And so I think that overall it all went positively. But as things like this come up for you, be aware that the ego is going to be holding on to the past. It's going to want to go through those same patterns. It's going to want to be self-satisfied. So just know that you're call on heaven's help to help you see around the tricks of the ego this week so that you can really solidify the blessings for the year to come. You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. When the opportunity presents itself, open your heart, follow your heart. Use your wisdom, but don't get up in your head and get like egotistical and strategic, right? Just follow your heart and be authentic and be vulnerable and real. Okay, what else? What next? What do we need to know about our manifestation, about blooming our potential? I can't even use words right now, guys. I'm like so like tired from like bringing all this energy through. Watch your thoughts. It's important to only think about what you desire, not what you fear. Okay, mind your thoughts over the next week, over the next 8 days. Really stay focused on unity, on the outcome that you want, not what you fear will happen or won't happen. Stay fixed on like a strict mental diet and emotional diet and spiritual diet on the heaven that you want to unfold in your life. It is time to take authority over your kingdom that it is your inheritance to rule. But in order to do that, you have to choose to be the cause consciousness of your life and not the effect of circumstance, right? So you have to practice self-mastery and self-control over your thoughts, right? Because it all starts in the head. And once your thoughts get all tangled up and out of control, then you're having like these visions of like chaos and doom, and all of these like fearful thoughts are in your mind playing out very vividly like a movie. And so then you're feeling upset and anxious and on edge and depressed and in despair, right? And it all starts in the mind. But if you can get ahead of that and stop it and say, you know what, no, I'm not going to go there. If you have to, think about kittens. Think about a cute baby that makes you happy. Think about anything. Simplify your mind so that you can put it on something that makes you feel good and joyful. It doesn't have to be important. It doesn't have to be deep or meaningful. What matters though is to shift your thoughts to something that lifts you up and makes you feel good, that makes you feel love in your heart, because you want to shift your vibration and train your mind away from going down those like downward spirals, right? So watch your thoughts, discipline yourself to catch all of the negative, the negative noise and the chatter. Eliminate it. Cut the fat, right? Keep it simple, keep it empty. Make a practice of meditation. It will bring you so much peace. Just to be able to sit and empty your mind for 20 minutes. If you're not used to doing that, or if you're feeling like all kinds of anxiety and you're being tormented by your thoughts, the best thing that you can do for yourself is just sit and breathe and focus on the breath and focus on anything other than the noise that's going on in your mind, right? Focus on one thing that you can really set your mind on, like a mantra or like a flame flickering or something, but let your mind empty itself just for the sake of your own inner peace and your own tranquility. Yes, okay. Ooh, okay. Set your sights higher. Dream bigger. Y'all, oh my gosh, and we got the little Merkaba. Oh, I love this. This is like a confirmation of everything that we were learning about all through the last couple of days and all of the consciousness lectures in Rosh Hashanah. Oh my God, and the card that came up with it is Make a Wish. I love it. Okay, like your desires and your dreams can happen, right? You just have to believe that a miracle can change anything so fast with the snap of a finger, right? With the slight shift in consciousness, everything that you perceive can change. And if everything that you perceive changes, then your experience of life has suddenly changed without a whole lot happening, right? Increase your standards and expect more for yourself. Don't settle. Don't give up on that thing that you hope for, on that thing that you desire, because it was put within you for a reason. And if you give up on it, it means that you don't feel like it's possible for you or that you don't deserve it. And you do, and it is. You do deserve it, and it is possible. It was put within you to want. And what is yours is already yours. It's a done deal. It's already been done. It's already been created, and it's already in your spiritual bank account. You just have to make the withdrawal. So make the wish, right? Make the wish, set your intention, and start becoming the person little by little on a daily basis that is living this wish in small ways. You know, things don't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be all or nothing. It just has to be little bits of consistent effort, and it adds up so much over time. Just little bitty checkpoints and things that you can achieve like small achievable goals that make you feel good, that you're like, okay, I did that. Great. That makes me feel good. That gives me momentum to do the next small thing, the next small task, right? But it's better to keep showing up for yourself or to the thing that you've devoted, you know, your desire to, or committed to, like creating your goal or whatever. Keep showing up to it in consistent ways. Even if they're small, it makes a bigger difference in the end rather than trying to show up in like big ways, but like only when the timing is perfect or like when things are just right. Does that make sense? So small consistencies over time make a bigger difference than trying to do it perfectly or like a whole bunch at once. Okay, you guys, I love this. Morning affirmations. State what you are calling in for your day on a daily basis. State your manifestation. Like make a little 1 to 3 easy, digestible, repeatable statements that are the same every time, that are believable to you, that state that you are already receiving that which you desire, that it is already part of your life, and that you're already grateful for it, okay? Accept heaven's help. Keep saying your prayers. Prayer is super powerful. I know we were talking about that a whole lot a few months ago, and then we just started talking about other things, but I was reminded recently to start, voicing my prayers out loud again, and not like resting on my laurels there, but to really like step it up a notch. So don't sleep on prayer. Watch your thoughts, be very mindful. Observe, be in the now. Try not to suffer by dwelling in the past or like suffering over anxiety about the future. Try to do what you can in the now, in the day, making small steps and setting your sights high and showing up for yourself, because you have high self-worth and you are certain in the light, and you know that you can have your wish and that you're already seeing signs that it is coming. Okay, we've planted the seeds. We're planting the seeds now. We've done that over this weekend, the Libra new moon. Did you get any little winks from the universe or anything that felt positive or like something shifted? That was a seed planted, okay? In 6 months, we'll see where we're at with that, all right? Because that's like the cycle of when you plant intentions in the new moon, it's like 6 months check-in, right? For that corresponding full moon. Okay, you guys, I am so sleepy. I'm insane. I'm full of light. I've been trying to ground it. I'm going to eat some good food and watch something good on TV. Or it's not really TV. I'm going to stream something. I'll probably watch Outlander. Last night I tried to watch Everyone Says I Love You by Woody Allen, but I was so tired that I slept all the way through it. So maybe I'll watch a Folly movie tonight and see what's on. All right, y'all. Ciao. Be good.